All right, hello orientation peeps and welcome to your first focus session. So as you notice, we have 5 focus sessions this block. And what I do is I take 30 minutes and we focus on a specific area that might challenge you. And tonight it's called Harnessing the Power of Time. Time management, making sure you get things done because you committed to them. So just so you guys know, you are in a program that even though you are going to be able to do things like watch the archive and get your assignments, you have a little bit of freedom. You still have to get things done in a certain amount of time. So as I said, in the orientation, your week starts on a Wednesday and ends on a Tuesday. Your Wednesday, you will usually have your practical live session. Your Thursday, you will have your core live session. If you can't make it to the live sessions, what did I say on Wednesday? What do you have to make sure you do so you're successful? Oh, come on, you can do it. You got it in you.
Archives.
Yeah, watch the archives. The most successful students either attend the live sessions or watch the archive. And I know all of you are like this. I'm going to be a success. I'm not going to be not a success. I'm spending too much money on this school and to not be a success. I am going to be a success. So watch the archive. So if you can't make it to the live session, you've got to schedule in your week when to watch the archive. Each class has maybe a knowledge check, a conversion check, and maybe a discussion forum. You guys need to make time to get in there and do those. The next thing you guys have are assignments. And since you have 2 classes a week, you guys will have 2 assignments due a week. And they are due no later than 11:59 p.m. Central Time. So how you manage your time is going to make a huge difference to you. Because how many of you are lucky enough to be able to just walk into your kitchen and start cooking your assignment? Really? You got all the food that the assignment requires right then and there? You don't have to go to the grocery store, Anthony? Oh yeah, I do, right? Yeah. Remember that, guys. You have to make time to go to the grocery store and shop for what you're going to do. You're going to want to make time to read your articles and your assignments and all that stuff. So all this takes a little bit of time out of your week. Now let's be honest, how many of you have a full-time job? Maybe then some. How many of you guys have a family that expects you to pay attention to them? How many of you have dogs or cats who, again, expect you to spend some form of quality time? Particularly dogs, they like to be walked. Maybe, maybe not, okay? How many of you have a commute to work? All right, so you've got to figure out when you can, one snake, you're funny. Many of you are going to have to figure out how am I going to slide in time to be able to get everything done that I want. So I'm going to give you some tools to help you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Here we go. First things first. When you get onto your orientation class page, you will notice that there is a little folder right down there for you guys to click on with some resource materials. And the first thing on that is 2 tools for time management. And what I really like about this top one is this. It is basically trying to find out what kind of time management person you are. They're like little quizzes that you can take. Are you the person who is constantly late? Well, let's find ways to help you. Are you the person who gets interrupted all the time? My mother had 6 children. She was interrupted all the time. I don't know how she got anything done, but she did because she was able to do it. Maybe you're someone who has a lot of free time, knowing how to use it. So clicking on these to help figure out who you are when it comes to time management is going to help you. So that's the first thing that I want you guys to do. Get on there and establish, who am I? Are you the person who says, I am going to wait until 11:50 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday night to start my homework? Well, you'll never be on time then. So that's the first thing I want you guys to do. Figure out, who am I? Because when you know who you are, you're going to be able to start planning how to switch that paradigm so that it is a positive experience for you. Cool. Now we're going to look at the next one. Now the next one is, and guys, I am a firm believer in this. Oops, what did I just do? Okay, there we go. I'm a firm believer in this, which is you can get more done in 15 minutes by setting an alarm and just getting it done. And then just focusing a very strong 15 minutes on it. So this is something that I would suggest you guys do. You have 15 minutes, take that knowledge check. You have 15 minutes, do the discussion forum. You have 15 minutes, read as far as you can get in your assignment or in your assigned reading. Utilize 15-minute little blocks to help you get things accomplished. And you're going to be really, really surprised. For all those people who follow someone like Warren Buffett or those other really wealthy to-do people, they block things out in 15-minute times. I can tell you, I started doing it. I'm a newbie at this part. I have my own time management problems. I started doing the 15-minute tasks and 5-minute tasks. I now accomplish more in one day than I ever did 6 months ago. So I break it into quick 5-minute tasks and then 15-minute tasks. So if you want to get yourself done and organized, this is a great way to set it up for you guys. Now, the next thing you guys want to look at, there are time management tools. You got your phone, download an app, use Google Calendar. But what I'm going to tell you is this. If you write something down on your to-do list or you schedule it on your calendar, it's non-negotiable. And what I mean by that is this. If you say 10:30 Monday night, I am going to read this chapter of this book, you just do it. Because you've made a commitment to yourself. So if your honey says, honey, I want to watch a little TV, great, I'm going into the next room or into the bathroom or into the bedroom, and I got to read this chapter. As soon as it's done, I'll come and join you. Commit to yourself, and you guys are going to be able to keep up with the work that you have here and the learning you've decided you want. And trust me, how many of you guys have decided to do something and then the universe goes like that? I don't think you're serious. I'm going to, blow your tires out, or I'm going to make sure that the dishwasher floods and stops working. How many of you guys have made a commitment to something and then life appears to get in the way? Yeah, right? We all have. So this is what I'm going to tell you. It sounds a little out there, but the universe is just testing to see, are you really committed? Are you really committed? And your answer is what? We're recording, so no swearing. Should be an emphatic yes, I am committed. So remember that. Yes, I got it right there.
I'm committed.
Capitals. Yep, you're committed. So make sure that you've got that there. So when your significant other says, honey, can you help me with this? Your answer is yes, in 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour. Once this is completed, I'm going to be able to help you. Exception to that rule, fire, death, dismemberment, you need to take care of that first, okay? But Everything else, you should be able to negotiate. Give me 30 minutes, give me 15 minutes, and I will be with you. So remember that. All right, so within this folder, guys, I shared something interesting with you. So this is just an example of setting up time. And this schedule is, you'll have a blank one. Here, see, you guys will have a blank one that you can play with. If this doesn't work with you, use your Google Calendar. Set up reminders. But this is a thing that you want to put in there. Where do you spend your time? Get up, you shower, you do all that. Maybe you have to drive to work. How long does that take? Then you have your work, and then maybe you have your lunch. Well, during your lunch, that would be a great time to do a little reading, do your knowledge checks, do quizzes, discussion forums. That's a really great time to do that. Then you're back to work, you drive home, maybe you have to cook dinner, so you make sure you put in there. And then notice this is, in pretty big letters. Matter of fact, I'll go like this, Control B. You are saying, I'm going to spend an hour in these 2 live sessions. Or maybe you can't do that. Maybe you have on here, I'm going to watch live sessions for the next, 2 hours on a Saturday, whatever it is. But get them on your calendar and commit to them, because watching those live sessions guarantees your success. Then you're going to notice something else. I have set up a time on here when I'm going to do my cooking assignment and when I'm going to do my core assignment. Now, this is really important for you guys to know. Whatever schedule you create yourself, you need to make sure you give yourself general free time to watch the baseball game, to go hunting, to go dancing, to watch a movie, whatever it is. For your mental health, you need to have at least 1 hour of time that isn't scheduled. Some people say 1 day. So you'll notice I set up for you guys when I initially did this. Oh no, oh no. It's like technology hell in the Rorschach household today. Okay, here we go. Originally, when I did this for you guys, I decided Saturday was a great day to take off. But maybe it's Sunday, maybe it's Monday. You know when you work or you don't. But I think it's really, really important for you guys to make sure you give yourself at least 1 hour, if not 1 day, to do whatever it is you want for your mental health, for your happiness, etc. So remember that when you set up a schedule. Don't set it up so that you're doing homework every bloody day. Don't set it up that you are stretched from when you wake up all the way until you go to bed, because you will discover that something has to get budged out of the way. For those people who commute, do you always have an accident-free drive? Or if you're in New York City, do the trains always run on time? Never, right? So that also gives you a buffer for anything unexpected happening. So remember that. You can do this on Google Calendar. And what's really great is when you do Google Calendar, you can set it up so that there is a reminder. So let's say you have an assignment due on Tuesday. You can have the reminder pop up and say to you, hi, you have an assignment due on Tuesday. So all these things here are little ways to help you manage your time. So now I've spent 15 minutes talking about this and how it ultimately will benefit you. Mental health, success in your classroom, right? You're going to feel like you have control. That's always important, right? And flexibility. So what are your questions, guys? Remember, raise your hand. I'll call on you. Raise that virtual hand. Everybody's going, I don't have any questions, Chef. Really? Really? This is going to be the shortest focus session I've ever had. None. Janice, like, I'm good. Good for you, Janice. I love that. Hey, Adam, you've got a question. Ask your question. You might have to unmute yourself, though.
Mine's more of a statement, is that I retired in May, but what I did for a business, for my work, was a meat cutter, so I had to have a time management. So
yeah.
I get what you're saying by time management all the way around. So
Good.
hopefully it'll be easy for me to budget my time. I have a lot of time on my hands as is, but I think it'll be just as easy as it was for work. I always practiced, I always preached it at work. Come on, you guys, you have to do everything in a time limit. Give it all done, get it done, and get it out of the way. That was just the statement I had.
So, Adam, here's a question for you. If you were given 4 hours to do a job, would you use the whole 4 hours?
No. If it didn't take 4 hours, I'd get it done.
So what's so funny is a lot of people would go like this. Well, he gave me 4 hours to do the job, so I'm going to use the entire 4 hours. So that's the other reason why the 15-minute task is awesome. So, but you're right. Get it done. Don't, as my mom would say, stop Philly farting around. Get it done. All right. Dominic, you are more than welcome to ask your question. And Allison, what's yours? Allison.
My question, it's more of a recommendation. If you're in a kitchen, so to speak, how come, or why don't you ask your supervisor if you could borrow like a schedule, like a blank schedule, and try to fill it out for schooling and whatnot, and see if they would be okay to work with from then? Would that be a possible solution to help with time management?
Sure, why not? But any tool that helps you figure out how to manage through time, utilizing time as a tool, is going to help you and translate no matter what. Yeah, so do it. Good, Allison?
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Dominique.
So I know, can you hear me?
We can.
I noticed on the grocery list that there was like chicken on there.
Yeah.
And I know they have to taste test our food, but I don't eat meat. So like, how
Okay,
is that
so
gonna work?
Dominic, this is a great thing. So one, part of your planning, if you guys have a large family, utilize your weekly lessons to feed your family.
Okay.
That's one. Two, if through allergy, Chef Caesar, I didn't know you were going to join us.
I just finished my class. So I'm like, hey, we were just talking about time management in my other class,
Oh my God, this is awesome. This is the wizard of time management, by the way, guys. All right, so, and we just got a great question, Chef Caesar. Dominique does not eat, you don't eat any meat, any kind of protein, animal protein?
I eat seafood.
You eat seafood, okay. So all she does is seafood. So her concern is the chicken assignment or anything that has to do with the chicken. So would you like to talk about if somebody has an allergy or for religious or personal reasons they don't eat a specific item? Would you address
Sure.
that, please?
Of course. I mean, in this class, we focus on techniques, right? Not so much on ingredients, all right? So, for example, you're when you have to do like a chicken stock, right? Break down the chicken. I mean, you can do a vegetable stock. The technique is similar. So you're gonna learn the technique, and you don't have to make the chicken stock if you don't wanna, if you don't eat chicken. You can still learn the technique how to do a vegetable stock and use the stock to make a soup and a sauce. So don't get overwhelmed like, okay, I can't use this ingredient. We're always gonna work with you guys. There's millions of ingredients out there you can substitute. The key is to learn the technique. For example, saute, right? You can saute a million different things once you learn that. So you can, cook whatever you want. So again, just reach out to your instructor that you're gonna have for your class and tell them, hey, chef, what can I use I'm allergic to this or whatever, and we're going to work with you. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome.
You betcha. Now, I would add to that, Dominique, or anyone who's interested, it is good to have the skill on how to fabricate a chicken. It's a great skill to have. And if you have someone around you who could eat it, that is positive. However, if you, for any reason, we don't want you to necessarily buy product that you're not going to use. You know, I've heard this. No one in my house eats this, chef. Why should I make it? So we focus on the technique and and problem solve with you to look at alternative product. But Dominique, if someone in your household does eat chicken, then learning how to fabricate, which is part of the technique, fabricate means taking the whole chicken and breaking it down into parts. It's beneficial for you. Cool. What other questions do we have? Chef, while they have their questions, you made a really wonderful visual on time management. Would you be able to share yours?
Which one, Chef? Which one are you talking about?
Where like, hey, it's Wednesday, you should do this. Hey, it's Thursday, you should do this.
Oh, okay. I did like a little. I'm gonna share the video with you guys, but I don't have it ready. But yeah, one of the things that I was talking to my class a little while ago, to build like a little spreadsheet, right? A little, you know, like a calendar, and you write things down. Okay, so you don't want to try to do everything all at once. That doesn't work. If you wait until Tuesday when your assignments are due to start doing your cooking, your reading, your knowledge checks, you're gonna get overwhelmed, and that's not gonna work. Chefs don't work that way. Remember, you're trained to become a chef in the industry, right? And when you're a chef in the industry, it's like we don't walk in the morning and start prepping for everything. Okay, we have, we prep all day long for next day, for the following day, for dinner time. So we continue doing this. So we break up our tasks, throughout the day. So when you come to school, right? One day you do your reading, okay? So next day you come back, you take 5-10 minutes of your time, take the knowledge check. Then on Wednesday nights when we have our live session, you join the live session. Or if you cannot make it, hey, watch archive. It's very, very important to either come to a live session or watch archive, because we go over your assignments in detail. And if you don't come to neither one, you're gonna be walking into your assignment like blindfold. You're gonna have no idea what to do. Then you're gonna get really stressed, and we don't want that. So, and then in the weekend you plan to do your cooking, right? Don't wait until Tuesday to go shopping, buy your stuff to make your chicken stock. That doesn't work. We plan. Maybe you go shopping for your ingredients on a Friday, right, or Saturday morning, and then you do your cooking on a Sunday. The sooner you start working on your class work, the easier it's going to be for you. The sooner you're going to finish, and you're going to be ready for the following week, right? As a chef, the last thing you want to do is show up late. If you have like a catering order to do, you come late to your party, people are going to be like, whoa, what's up with this guy? They're not going to like that. Even 5 minutes late, it's bad for a chef. This industry runs on timing. I'm sure you guys have gone out to eat, right? If you don't get your food in time, you're going to start to get a little worried, right? That's our customers. As a chef in the back, you need to plan to, have your team and make sure that everything is ready to start serving dinner at 5 p.m. or lunch at 11 in the morning. If you are the chef, you have to make a soup, and you open the doors, the soup is not ready, the guests are not going to like it. They want to come and have a good time. So, managing your time. You're going to come in the morning, start doing the soup first, because it's going to take longer. Then you do, maybe you have to slice tomatoes, you do the snacks, or slice onions, the things that take a little less time. You can do them almost close to opening time, but you don't want to start doing your soup, 20 minutes before you open the door. It won't be ready. So the same thing here in class. Once you start learning good learning habits, you're going to take those and apply those to your job in the industry. And you're going to be more successful, not only here in class, but also when you get to work in the business. Chefs love when your line cooks are ready to go before you open the door. They have all their mise en place, everything's ready to start serving dinner. You don't want to start serving dinner and the potato's not ready. You have to wait for the guy to finish potatoes. They ain't gonna work. So remember, managing your time, set priorities. I know this is new to you guys, right? You're taking something on top of your life at home with the family, your job, but you can do this. If you really want this, you can do it. You're gonna apply yourself, make some time, and because you want this really bad. Back to you, Chef.
Love it. Thank you, Chef Caesar. In that folder that I've created for you, just to make sure, there is a blank copy of that sort of schedule that I did, so you can create your own. Also, there is a great, and if I can find it, I'm going to put in an article in there about the 10 things that chefs do better than anybody else. And it's all about time management. So read it. It's a quick read. It's an easy read. But once you get there, you'll go, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to be that person. So keep that in mind. Any last questions? And I'll put Chef Caesar's video in there too, so you can watch it. Any last questions, concerns, threats of violence? No, you guys are good? All right, yeah, look you guys. All right, by the way, I used to have a teacher who said that, and I collect things from people. It's usually phrases, and so that's Carlos Tuttle's phrase. Threats of violence, yep, no, okay, good. You have questions, let me know. Otherwise, we will see. Oh, Stephen, do you have a question?
Oh, how you doing, Chef?
Hi, Stephen, it's nice to see you.
Yes. No, I just wanted to say, well, thank you for, giving me, for sending, for the Career Center.
You betcha.
Because they actually got in touch with me a lot sooner than the 48 hours yesterday. They gave me some good leads, so I appreciate that very much.
That is awesome. Outstanding. Outstanding. Glad to hear it. Well, let me show you guys one more time. Chef Caesar, I mentioned I would put your video in my folder for them.
I think you have that. I think I was looking for that right now, Chef.
Yeah, so that way, so when you guys get into this folder, remember there's the resources that we've talked about. The resources have these 2 articles that you can go in and look at, find out your time wasting style, so to speak, and then how to get around it. The 15-minute time management for yourself, setting up those tasks. The example here, then there's the blank form worksheet right there. And then I will also add to that folder Chef Caesar's video and that article about the 10 things chefs do better than anybody else.
I just sent you the video, Chef, on Slack, the link to the video.
I'll add it right in there then. Thank you.
It's a really cool video because the music kind of, shows, okay, how to be successful in this class. And it kind of gives you an idea. It's just like a little funny video. But you know what? You guys can do this, right? If other students can, have done it, so can you.
Love it. Thank you. Taylor, you have a question about one of the assignments.
Can you see me? Oh, hi.
I can see you. Hello.
I have a question about one of the practice assignments. I can't seem to find the folder that's for my assignment practice for the picture assignment. I can't seem to find it anywhere.
So make sure this is great information. Make sure you guys are on your Escoffier Google account. That's not.
I never got anything about that. How do I get onto that?
Okay, so what you're going to do is reach out to student support. Taylor, were you part or have you watched the first live session archive?
No, I haven't done that.
Okay, so my suggestion here is you're going to put into your phone this number, 877-224-8576. That is the student support phone number for tech. And reach out to them and ask them for your, make sure you've got your Google account, because Google Escoffier account, because what that will do is then you will have those folders set up for you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, that's a great question. I'm so glad you asked that. Thank you.
Those folders are really good because you're going to be using those to submit your assignments when you get to your first 2 classes. And those are great to keep everything organized. And once you get them, they're gonna be yours forever. You know, you're gonna do great. So.
Yep.
Thank you.
Jeff. Stephen. There you go.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I have a question. I was talking to, I guess, to one of my advisors. And she happened to ask me, did I watch your live session? You know, this past Tuesday, because he said it doesn't show on her end.
Your
Huh?
answer is yes. You were there. I saw you.
I told her that. I told her that. So can you? I don't know if you know Miss Martinez, Alicia Martinez. Can you let her know that I was on your live session and I'm back on again tonight?
Yeah, happy to, man. Happy to.
Yes.
Yeah, Stephen was there. What's your problem? I want to do that. I want to
Thank
do
you.
that. All right, happy to. All right, guys, then that's it for this. Oh, Dominique, did you have a question? No, you're just raising your hand? No question? You're good? Okay, guys. Then this, somebody did ask, will we actually get graded for the practice assignments and orientation? No. What we're basically doing is making sure you understand the process of submitting something. You do have a question, then ask it, Dominique, ask it.
My bad. I wanted to know, is the Google account different from what we're on right now that she asked about?
Well, this is your Zoom account, but it's the Escoffier Google account. So my address is basically Chef Rorschach at escoffier.edu, and then you have something similar. I just don't know exactly what it is, but that Escoffier account allows a Google account allows you to access your folders.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
I
so
have to
again,
talk to my advisor.
If you don't know what it is, 877-224-8576. Call the student support.
Okay.
Coolio. Trisha, what's your question?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi there.
Hi, good night. When would the test assignments start?
When will the practice assignments start?
Yeah.
You have, as you start getting through the modules, you'll start finding them.
Okay.
Yeah. So remember, your goal is by next Tuesday. If you don't get through all 6 modules, you want to make it to at least module 3, so that way you can order your code. So there you go. All right, guys. Chef Caesar, any last words before we let them have a good Thursday night?
Well, just, keep doing those modules. Try to get them done as soon as you can. Force yourself to spend a little time in front of your computer so you get used to like this online learning. And I'm telling you guys, once you do it enough, it gets easy. Play around with the Google Drive so you guys get used to like your submitting links and folders. I mean, just play around, and you're always gonna have a lot of help from us. Okay, so if you need help, reach out. Don't be shy. Don't hesitate to let us know, because I mean, our #1 priority is to have you guys be successful.
Absolutely.
Right?
Thank you, Chef. Everybody have a great night, an awesome weekend, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you Wednesday. Take care.
No, not Wednesday, Chef.
No, I'm sorry,
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I'm thinking about our live session. Never mind, you guys. I take it back. I was thinking about my other class. Tuesday.
Thank you, guys. If you need help trying to figure out how to do the time management schedule, do reach out. All right, bye. Thank you, Chef.
Bye, see you, Chef.
Bye, guys.